It is very slow. It's definitely one of the slowest cards in the deck. This format's not friendly to stuff like this. Yeah, I mean, it's a saga. We don't have a lot of sagas, but I think I'm going to take this out. I think I'm just going to take that out. It's just not... It's just too slow. Alright, we're here with Rydia, Summoner of the Mist. 2 mana 1/2. Landfall, you loot, so you draw and discard. And you summon, which is pay X and tap it to reanimate sagas with finality counters. But we're not actually running really any sagas. There's not a lot of sagas, in my opinion, that you can just get away with. We're playing historic Brawl here. I even had the giant, like, what was it? We can look at them for a second here. The really expensive one. Like, this is... Oh, not that one. This one is really exciting to play. Oh, I blew up a land, and I reanimated one of my lands, and probably it was a fetch land, and then I can loot again with Rydia, and then sometimes, probably almost all the time, make a 4/4. And then you can do it again for 6 mana by reanimating it again. I do not believe a 12 mana investment, even though it's over 2 turns, is ever worth blowing up 2 lands and reanimating 2 lands. I do not care about the 4/4. It could make 2 4/4s, and I still would not care about this. So, There's just a lot of sagas, in my opinion, is just not good enough. They're just not good enough. They're not for the format, in my opinion. Just not. They're not fast enough. They don't do enough for what they're doing. They're not worth doing what they do twice by reanimating it with my commander. Like it's like, even with doing them twice with my commander, I still don't like them. So we're gonna focus on the top part of this, which is looting, and that loot is very good. I think the loot here is extremely efficient, especially playing this for 2 mana is actually really cheap. It's a low-costed commander. It's an uncommon, and I guess it's not deemed as super powerful because it's an uncommon. You know, I didn't think it's mythic rarity level, whatever. But that top line of text is actually really good. So let's try into that. But there are some sagas that are worth running, you know, Fable and whatnot, but not a lot to me. I tried to make a Storm thing work here. If you've been a long time fan of me, you know I tried to make Colossus a Storm deck like 5 times. And it did start to work. You know, I had some success with it. But where we are now, you know, here in the vast future, the red-green Storm thing is overshadowed by all the... I mean, it always was. But now it is completely and utterly overshadowed by all of the non-red-green Storm decks. Even Rowan, the black-red Storm thing, is just like... There's just so many other things that carry the Storm off way more efficiently than this. But I started with a really heavy-handed red approach, trying to make Storm work. I had Mizzix's Mastery in here, and I was like really trying to find a way to grape shot someone with like from my graveyard and doing stuff like that. And you know, Gamble is interesting and all that, but it just doesn't really... It doesn't come together too well. It's definitely better than Colossus, right? It is better than Colossus. The treasure-generating cards are actually just ramp spells. Like, if you cast Rampant Growth, you get your treasure, which is the land, which is better. And you get the discard draw effect of, like, a, you know, big score discarding, making treasure. Like, you have that here in the form of the loot on the card. So you sort of have that thing going where you can storm off in that way. But it's kind of hard to do that. It's really hard to do that, I would say. So the red approach kind of stepped aside, and we went into more of the land falls for days kind of thing. I'm not super convinced I have, like, awesome win conditions in here that are very reliable, but if you just do enough things, you'll probably get there. I think I still want Tooth and Nail as just another avenue. Tooth and Nail is also kind of a Storm payoff. You just, you know, loot, and you find Tooth and Nail as a spell-based win condition. I know it finds a creature to kill your opponent in Craterhoof, but it is like, you know, you won because you cast a 9-mana spell. So we'll see. We're gonna try without Tooth and Nail for a bit because we've been staring at this for over an hour. It took over an hour to get to this point, so I actually want to play the game. And yep, let's see what happens. Alright, does the VV player have Chromox this time, chat? Oh, excuse me, Moxamber. Or whichever one I don't say is the one they play. Do I play my Commander turn 2? I don't think there's... Oh, come on. Oh, that's so... It's one of the worst feelings when that happens. I think I just play this. I can't play a land the same turn I cast my Commander, so I might as well just play this, right? It's probably a game I could just safely discard this. Yeah, I'd say so. Alright, they figured out how to get Steam Vents instead of the Surveil land. That's not an island. Opponent's already making mistakes. Love to see it. So, Molt Tender, Nintaku. I'll just play my commander here. Get rid of Collector? Yeah, it's not doing that much here. Can just pass. Probably discard this next. Alright, they didn't go the old Chrome Mox route, they just went with the Mana Rock, which is essentially the same thing. Ah, there's the tap land. There it is. I don't need another mountain currently. Alright, so I'll play this, actually. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Let's play this. Just pass. Oh, look, it's Chromox. Wow. No way. Looks like they had it anyways. Probably get rid of Molt Tender at this point. Bruh, what are we doing? Medallion is probably not as good as Oracle. Could just reanimate Summon Fenrir. I think I like that. I think I like Summon Fenrir here. Yeah, I like that. Another mountain, not necessary. There's not a lot of triple... I mean, what is it, just Mystic's Mastery? Let's get rid of Scape Shift. It's not doing anything currently. It's kind of an interesting draw. Sort of. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but my opponent is just going to untap and probably kill me. So I gotta... Just one of those commanders that apparently has to play against this all day. I like how the format is almost exclusively new commanders. That's kind of cool. It's just, unfortunately, there's only 4. So it's kind of lame. Oh, the priority opponent. Oh, life would be so much greater if you just didn't hold it all day. I like my whole hand, so I should probably keep it. And fly for 2, because that's going to matter somehow. Oh, not you. Just for the sake of it. Okay. That is just a Ristic Study. Should probably not crack the fetch land. So... Can I play Craterhoof? 5, 6, 7, 8. I can. I can play Craterhoof. Alright. Right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. If their last spell is a counter spell, congratulations. Right? There's not really anything I can do about it. Yeah, drew Mystic's Mastery. Which actually... Okay, I feel way less bad if Craterhoof doesn't work now. We're gonna loot the medallion away now. Yeah, we're gonna loot the medallion now. Okay. We're all in. You got 2 looks. You got 2 cards. What do you got? And it's Wash Away, of course. And then the One Ring. Oh, we've seen this before. And then I lose because Rhystic Study unfortunately draws cards with Mystic's Mastery casting 55 spells. So, well, on the bright side, they finally got rid of the thing that made this game take 4 times longer, holding priority for no reason. But I don't think we can win here. We have, what, 1, 2, 3... We can try to Craterhoof later, but it's like way later. Underworld Breach is a very funny draw. I don't know if that changes anything. No, not really. Should probably just not discard it though. Alright, so this blows up Vivi, and then they're back to having way less mana. I would blow up the One Ring if I could here, though, instead, but it's indestructible, so you can't do that. Oh, right, they have protection. Can't play the game against it. They have kind of all the mana in the world. I think I want to blow up Rhystic Study so I can actually play the game and not just give victory to my opponent. Oh wow, we did it. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. That's insane. That's just insane. One Ring, Chrome Mox with VV. Counterspell, Counterspell. What did this hit? I'd hit didn't they stifle a land drop this game? Was that this player? No, that was the last one. That's Basri. You just played Basri, alright. That is Basri. That is Flowering Spaghetti Noodles. Okay. So we got some sort of beat down here. In this turbulent meta, it's a bit hard to do that. I think I'm gonna play Tireless. No. We're gonna play this, and I already played a land, so I can just pass. Could have played this first. I know I could have played it first, but I didn't. Alright, what's the go-to equipment when you can't just put it into play for free? I have actually no idea. Seems like the black blade is popular. Okay, they get the red-green blade. Sure. Okay, I found a land. Does that change anything? Kind of? Could play a... No, I can't actually block anymore, so Skeet Swarm not really looking great. I will keep that, and I will get rid of Skeet Swarm, because again, my opponent swings right past... Actually, let's just get rid of Escape. This is not an Escape the Wild game. So, if I take 8, what next? I'm not sure. I think I'm taking 8. Could still play this. Now it makes a lot more sense to play it, so I will.
Do I cast this? I don't have to, right? No, I don't have to. Okay. Looks like Scute Swarm chumping is actually on the table, so... block, block. Is double chumping make more sense? Probably. Probably. Why am I interested in killing my opponent's creatures? I don't know. Therefore, I don't think I should. Okay, so we can scape shift. We can scape shift. I think we will scape shift. So you, Nykthos, Riveteers, generic fetchland. Alright, this is a crap ton of stuff, but we're still dead next turn, so... Oh wait, no, I can make food tokens, chat, never mind. Forgot it has extra text on it. Alright, technically now we're not dead. Because of the food tokens. I don't really need Crucible, but it feels better than the other thing we've got going on. So we have Omniscience. It's just a matter of... oh, hey, we drew it. Alright, so... Decline. Decline. Actually, we can just get rid of Iteration. We could just get rid of Iteration. It's not like I need it, so... Looting to useful cards is ideal. Hey, I found something to actually do with my commander. Oh, I found two things to do with it. Okay, so play... Giant Spaghetti Monster. And win the game, maybe? I will blow up the sword, because I don't care about my opponent's creature. And I will swing with nothing. Alright, we have one food token we can use. But I have a giant 9/9 in play that you have to deal with. Alright, they find an equipment here, but they already found their best one with clouds, so I don't know what this does. Ah, sheltered by ghosts. Ah, it's also auras. Alright. Nice. Does my opponent have an attack? Because I don't think they do. Oh, no reason to crack my treasures. So... can just play this. No, we can just play this. That's okay. I will keep that. I'm going to hit the token limit pretty quickly. I put the Titan in the graveyard? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hey, well that's end step. Doesn't do anything right now. I guess I'll cast it. I should also probably just make food tokens and stop not making food tokens. Let's just eat them all. We have 55 mana from Nykthos here. Summon Titan? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Not? Oh, wait. Hey, I can blow this up. I milled a flashback card that mattered. Oh, boy.
Oh no, I'm sorry about it. That was probably the only card I could have done that. Yeah, that was the only card that would have done that there. Ew, that's funny. That is not why I'm playing it, but there you go. What are we up against? I wasn't even paying attention. It's the old loot. Okay. It's old loot. Opponent has Mox. Thank you for giving me that information. Do I play my commander? I do not think so. Actually, I can. You know what? This is just better. It's like my commander, but doing things I'm more excited about faster and also at the same time ramps me, so... I'm under the impression we're doing similar things, except my opponent has blue, so... Well, we know who's at a major advantage. And who's at a major disadvantage. Yeah, we're going to discard at least this. Look at that. Instead of playing your commander, you just play green cards. I'm right there with you, opponent. Don't you worry. Wow. The treasure token actually stopped an attack. I did not expect that. Treasure like, they did not want me to have a treasure token for free. Alright. You got it. You know what? I'd probably swing too. They didn't even hesitate. Okay. I'd probably not. Or did I say I'd probably swing? I would not swing. That's what I said. Well, at first it wasn't great, but I think it's... I think it has a game plan, and it's just actually possible to accomplish it, so I think it's working out so far. The problem is you're up against the decks you're up against, so... You know, you don't exactly have the time to play Magic. Oh, okay. Couldn't... Wait, you could have just cast that normally. No, you couldn't have, never mind. Why was that... Oh, they Lorien revealed with the wrong land. They couldn't just hardcast Flare. Well, Bristly Bill is a thing, I guess. I mean, I'm not terribly concerned with it. If they have to spend 5 mana to do the thing, I don't really care. Alright, so Scute Swarm... Hey! That actually has text on it. If ever it was going to do something, it's definitely right now. Does this gain trample? No, it doesn't. So, Scute Swarm. Potentially win game. My opponent has to have one of the sweeper bounce or something, I think. Yeah, they just do. They're dead. This is upkeep? It is upkeep, so it doesn't do anything here. Sure, I'll wait. I'll wait on the fetch land. We'll see what happens. Primeval Titan doesn't really compare to Mythweaver Pock, in my opinion. But I guess it's similar enough. Maybe they're kind of... You'd think you'd always have Pock instead, if you could choose. I think you would prefer Pock. So this does have Trample, but we have infinite Scute Swarms, and they are just dead, so... My opponent needs this last card in their hand to be something impossible, like Fog. And it doesn't look like it's Fog, so... They did not play a fetch land. I don't know why. Could have just played the fetch land instead. It saves you 1 life, I guess. Oh, never mind. You can play additional lands. Never mind. Do we want this card in our deck? It costs 4. We do not. That we totally saw this game. Look at all these blue permanents, chat. Look at this 3-color deck and all of its multicolored permanents.
Alright, so we make, what, 10, 20, 40... They're just super... it's just beyond dead there. Oh, come on. There it is again. Tireless Tracker. Chat. How many times do I have to take out Tireless Tracker for it to leave my deck? Didn't I just take the... Okay, well... I'm pretty sure I took this out twice. Oh, look at that. They couldn't handle the green. Couldn't handle the green. Actually, well, hold on, chat. I don't even know what my opponent's commander was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even look. I didn't even look what we were up against. Create a thing, stuff. Oh, alright, fine. Alright. It can do it. We can do it. Or not. Who knows? It's definitely better than the last one. It's weird to play a man land that requires a bunch of mana in a deck that stops at 2 mana. It's weird. Yep, well, kept this for this. Unkillable ramp spell, never upset with that. That is a doomed traveler, chat. That's what that is. That is a doomed traveler. A doomed traveler's entered play. That is nuts. I think I can get 2 mountains. No, let's just not get 2 mountains. I think I'm okay with not doing that. There's not many I mean, again, there's only one thing that really cares about that. That's a tapped Castle Lockvein on turn 4. Wow. But, I mean, their whole hand is castable, right? So they are playing Luris. They did not use the Scry. Okay. Hey, we actually drew it, so now we want that mountain at some point. Let's play 4, it's 6, right? Yep, so this is the perfect turn. It cannot be super punished? Okay, let's play this. Play this. Play the mountain? Discard Rhythm? Oh, they did have the answer. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to have 2 of them. I think I discard the Rhythm. No, wait, let's just get rid of the land, I guess. Play the... Oh, hey, look at that. We did it. Now you need, like, Solitude, but you can't have Solitude. Alright, they did their best, but Scute Swarm is a nightmare for a lot of decks. Whole hand is dummy fine. I'm not going to discard it. There's nothing that is Dark Ritual worthy in Luris, right? Okay, didn't really think so. I would have swung with my commander here. Very well. Mossborn Hydra, sure. Do I play Analyze for anything except Craterhoof? Probably not. Analyze for... or Rhythm. Can I do it for 5? I can do it for 5. Ooh. My opponent gets one more turn of potentially doing stuff, and then his lights out. Summon Titan. Look at it. Look at it. I can actually do this again here, right? Oh, no, I can't. I can't. Okay. It's funny, my hand was actually just so good I didn't really want to loot anything away. It's kind of funny. Revolt is only their end step, so they're definitely just scrying for the sake of finding something. But again, this is my opponent's last turn. I don't know. They can't possibly do 16 with Celebrant. They can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that's it. Doom Traveler is just so wild. That's crazy. Oh no, I've reached! No! Okay. They saw it. They saw it. Yeah, Crater Hill just... Could I... What would happen if I Mizzix's Mastery instead, for the sake of it? I wouldn't win this turn, and there's a chance my opponent could just straight out kill me, so maybe not the best idea. Imagine I had Tifa Lockhart in play right now. Could you imagine? Alright, well, I would prefer to not have all these triggers sitting here, but we have to click through them. Oh, hey, I drew that. It's also really good. Alright, just to say we used our commander. Maybe I draw a Crater Hoof, you know? Maybe that happens. Oh, what happened? Oh, the game hung up on me for a second. Hopefully I didn't actually need a land, because that would be kind of embarrassing. I didn't, look. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good by a single mana. Probably should have kept the land for the sake of not thinking about it, but I didn't. The Goblin combo? Oh, the Mossborn Hydra was lethal. Chat, I'm dumb. I didn't actually have to do what I did. It just swings for over 1,000. I forgot it was in play. Yeah, they don't have any mana either. I did not have to get Crater Hoof there. I forgot Mossborn Hydra. I said it would be crazy if Tifa was in play after all that, and I forgot this was doing stuff. it was already in play. We already had Tifa in play. We swung for 1,929. We swung for the Prohibition era. Look at that. Huge. We should probably not play the... Yeah, we're not going to play this turn one. Oh, my opponent did. Can I kill it? Nope. So, play this. Broker is forest only, right? Yep. And I'm not going to traverse. I would kill this. I would have killed it had I the ability to. But I did not. Can I forage? Currently, not for any real reason. So, it's a bit of a problem if this... No, we'll cast this. It's actually not as big of a deal as it looks, because I have Traverse. I can exile it. I probably should. I think I will, actually. Just say no. Okay. So, Traverse, Forage... Boop, boop, boop. That was a better than average hit, I think, maybe? So do I have enough mana now to kill Gitrog Monster? Chat, we do. Oh my goodness, we do. Oh, beautiful. Actually beautiful. Look at that. And we get our land for our troubles. I'll get another mountain. Man, Tiles Provisioner is pretty good, huh? It's pretty good. I wish I had more lands in the graveyard, if I could have played this first, but this reanimates the lands itself as well. Yargle? You sick, sick person. You sick, sick person. How dare you put that in play? That is a threat, that's for sure. Yargle's the thing that you... Is it power, right? Yeah, it's 18 cards. Oh boy. Oh dear. Alright, well I'm out of gas, so hopefully that doesn't just destroy my face. Oh no, come on. Oh, come on. Bruh. Bruh. Yep. We're screwed. We are screwed. Oh, wait a minute. Chat, I can get Craterhoof Behemoth. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait one second. Can I win? Is Nature's Rhythm for Craterhoof lethal? Oh my goodness, it is. Oh my goodly goodness. That is gross. Alright. Oh, I said oops. I should have said I don't know why. I go left when I try to say good game. Okay, I don't actually interact with Tifa. Which is probably... it's one of the fastest... I mean, I don't know. If they win really quickly, so I don't have to, like, sit here for 20 minutes. But I don't have really any interaction whatsoever. My interaction is pressure. Forcing my opponent to have interaction is kind of what my interaction is. If I had Flare here, we'd probably have some kind of game. I could just flare this right out the gate. But I do not. Okay. That is something I kind of needed to happen. No 1-drop. Oh, Cinderglade, my beloved. I think they have Mox Amber, by the way. I think it's Mox Amber or something. I don't need another red source. I could have just got the Surveil land, I don't know. Oh, it's not Mox Amber. I'm 1 minute shy of doing what I want. Okay. Oh boy. This is not looking good. I will forage? Oh wait, did it... Why did it not... Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're gonna forage... Alright, I mean, we've had a good show of it. we did the best we could. But Tifo's just doesn't really care what you do. Doesn't really care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I have enough time, if I have like 2 turns, could probably get something going here. If I have like 2 turns, maybe. It's possible, but I mean, Tifa does what it does really quickly, so. That is a tapped land, but I can't punish them passing tapped. Why are they holding... What's going on there? Opponent's being weird with their priority. Like right now, if I had Lightning Bolt, it would just be... The game would be over. This is a spot where Tifa looks insane, how fast it can do damage, but there's so many decks that just brutally, brutally punish the, that window right there, where they have no mana. I don't know why they're still just, like, struggling with priority there. Just play the land. You're playing Tifa. It plays itself. Just play the lands. There you go. You figured it out. We take 24. I cannot trade. I would trade and probably maybe stabilize, but I mean that's not going to happen now, so block there. This is only good if I get to have it in play. It's just, this is not a scenario where I got to do that. I do not believe I discard either of these cards. I cannot play any more fetch lands. It's another issue. There's almost no outs that Escape the Wild can find, but I guess I'll cast it. This is not fast enough, right? It's not fast enough. Can't kill that. This is the best thing I have, so we're just banking on them having no lands? Is that what's going on here? I think so. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but it is certainly a thing that could happen. That can go away. I cannot cast Farseek. And I think I will swing. I get more out of it for attacking than not attacking. So, Riveteers. Or Cabaretti, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can see if Tifa was already in play. I mean, this would be... Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Yeah, we can loot away Scute Swarm. The game is not about that card. Alright, I have 32, so you need more than just 2 lands. You need more. Maybe the Mossborn Hydra is good enough. Maybe it actually is. I don't know. You need more than 2 lands, so... Okay. That is more than 2 lands, but this doesn't work. You need something else. You can't crack that. Can't use the demolition field. Has to be something else. Yes! Oh, get wrecked. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, we just schmeeded Tifa. We had, like, the blitziest of blitz opener, too. We actually did it. It did not feel good. I mean, you can see how quickly it just doesn't care about all the lands I've played. But I did not expect the Hydra to grow that quickly. But yeah, they can't crack this. I'm saying they can't crack it because if they do, this is a 64-64. I get a landfall trigger from the demolition field, so... There's like the same 5 commanders. They're all new, but they're just... There's only 5. Most of the other sets, when they make new stuff, that doesn't happen. Maybe this hand is better than I thought, I don't know. Doesn't really feel like it is. Let's get... yeah, I can get Stomping Ground. Opponent probably doesn't really care about all that, so let's get rid of that. Oh, it didn't let me loot. I wanted to crack this in response. Not a big deal, but Tifa. Well, if ever it was going to be useful, it's definitely right now, so... If ever it was going to actually do something, it's certainly roughly this early. Oh, they didn't swing. You think they're going to trade? Probably. Let's force the issue then. Nope. I would have traded 6 ways to Sunday. I would have traded 6 ways to Sunday. So, this, I guess. No land on top. See if I can't find... Oh, wait. Cracking the fetch land might have been wrong. That was probably incorrect. Yeah, that was probably incorrect. Let's get rid of Haro? No, we get rid of Nykthos. Shrine to Nyx. Okay, so I have a very scary threat in play, but I've also shown that I might maybe be out of lands. Oh no, they see Scape Shift. Oh, they see the Scape Shift. Oh. Tragic. Actually tragic. Okay. Actually tragic. So they have to, like, do something now. They can't do nothing. Okay. Is there a Saga in a graveyard? No. Let's play Nykthos. Get rid of Haro. I think that makes sense. Play value land. I could have waited maybe on that land. Okay, I found a good card. Found a good card, chat. Can't cast it though. Alright, this is another really scary card. So. We're presenting the threats. The threats are being presented. I am going to blow that up with my summon spaghetti. I really did not like the keep I had this game, but it's kind of working out in some kind of way. I do not care if they reanimate this, which I'm sure they will. Do I need Splunking? Well, yeah, I have the cards I'd want all in the same hand, so... Let's play Splunking. So we have a bajillion landfall triggers. Decline. And just cast Scape Shift. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 9 is way more than fine. I don't have to do more than that. Okay, so we have all the mana in the universe. We just have to find something to do with it. Which I'm sure is fairly likely. I ran out of basics. Tragic. Oh boy. The graveyard's too big, I can't see anything. Roaring Earth is definitely too late. Definitely too late. Oh, we have a giant X spell that deals damage. Can I kill my opponent with it? I think we actually have it, chat. I think I found lethal. I found my dream Banefire lethal scenario. Yeah, it's too late for Provisioner as well. Oh, whoa, let's go ahead and not discard that, shall we? Farseek has text, but so does just looting it away. Monument, again, a little too late for that to really matter. I could just reanimate that with my commander. I'm not going to gamble. There are only certain cards I'm looking for here. Actually, wait, I can just pass. I can just say no to all of this. Right? Yeah, alright. We'll just stop here. I could just... I don't even know what I'm worried about. And then we play any land, doesn't matter. Underworld Breach is actually really good here. Okay, so do I have any more fetchable lands? No. Can I find one? Is there a red fetchable land? Yes. Okay. Keep the hand. Okay, so let's count. 15. To face. We have it. Nice. Look at that. I probably could have just said no over and over to the loot. I got caught up in doing it. Hey, look, I want to use it, okay? I want to use it. I also reanimated lands with no targets. I should have just grabbed the basics out of my graveyard just to be, like, mid-maxy. Where are the ramp spells, please? Whole deck. Whole deck. I'm gonna use the fetch land now. Oh, was I on the draw? Oh, I thought I was on the play. I got confused for a second. This is another cool one, maybe. Crewing it's not impossible. I think I have enough of that, and maybe not get too hung up on doing that repeatedly. Alright, let's play this. I'm just gonna run this out, stop holding priority for no reason. Don't have enough for both in the same turn. I think I have to play Song of Seasons. I cannot trade, it's too much. I probably wouldn't trade anyways, so... I don't think there's ever a world where I could trade. Oh, I don't have a second forest in play. Tragic. Well, it is what it is. A little late to do that, I think, but sure. So, Scute Swarm land is not doing it. Let's do this. That's actually pretty interesting. I could cast it now. I think I will. Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Alright, well, I mean, it's Tatyova, so... They could have overloaded Cyclonic Rift, by the way. They just didn't. Bouncing this doesn't make sense. You can actually sort of bounce all the tokens it makes if you just pass the turn back, so it's very odd to me. This is another card we could run. It does have lethal without Craterhoof, too, so... As much mana as my opponent has created, this is still the slowest Tatyova I've seen in a while. And it still looks like this. So... Cyclonic Rift is out of the way, which means this is high value. I'm holding Breach for a turn. Mythweaver Pock is interesting, but not when you don't really have any lands, so... Can I cast it still? Should I? What does it even do? It's not really doing anything, so... There is currently no trample. And again, Cyclonic Rift is out of the way, so... Congratulations if you also have River's Rebuke, I guess. Okay. So there's some kind of draw your whole deck combo? But they have to pass the turn back. There's nothing you can do with all that mana. Oh. Oh, they got stuck. Oh, no. They got stuck. They're gonna deck out. They're just they can't do anything. They're gonna deck out. No, they can't deck out because they'll never draw cards. They'll just keep putting stuff on the stack. I've never seen that. Don't think I could have. They don't play Ujin because it doesn't complete quests. That is fair. That is fair. I don't think we're ever gonna get Soul Ring. I don't really believe that. Let's play that. Let's do this. Alright, we have mana. Time to do stuff, I guess. Don't ask me what that stuff is, though. Beats me. Yeah, we'll play this. Why not? Okay. What do I loot away? I can just loot away one of these. I can reanimate it, right? Mossborn Hydra's a card, I guess. I'm out of lands, though. Opponent has, by a massive metric, the far superior threat. I did not expect that to resolve. I'm actually kind of confused why that resolved. I don't understand. Okay. If that's the case, I will do an uncounterable thing? I'm a bit confused. I mean, there's no way it's Tails. What are you... Okay, so they had Tails in, huh? Is this... Would this have been Tails? Yeah, they could Tails in that. Oh yes, the perfect fetch land for the Tatyova turn. Always nice. I think I will overload Mizzix's Mastery. Wait, maybe that's just dumb. Hold on. This is no longer worthwhile. Well, I mean, I actually have lethal, so you have to play the game now. Okay, this is the same situation, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So none of these, they're all kind of the same, I guess. Did we do it? Chat, I think we did it. I think we actually did it. I'm gonna swing. Wow. We actually did it. I saw the Pro Tour Final Fantasy, and it was just mono red aggro and mono red aggro with some blue in it. So, not my kind of format there, or meta, I guess I should say. But maybe 4-color Overlords with Xur is playable, and I would play that. I find that fun. There's a blue-white deck I saw, too, in Standard a little. Anyways, I'm gonna get caught up. So, this does actually play kind of like a red Storm deck would play. I think I was saying it in the intro, where your ramp spells create treasure in the form of a land, which is the better of the two, and the looting here is how you get the looting side of the treasure card. So even you have actually more of that than you do in a red deck with the draw discard. You have more of that in a green deck, because all you have to do is play lands, and that's one of the best things ever in the game, right? Is playing lands. So this is probably up there with like Burgi and stuff. I don't know if it's like faster, but it has a lot of resilience to it. You also have a second line of attack. Because you're playing lands instead of treasures, it makes sense to play giant scary things. I said I wanted Tooth and Nail. I ended up not putting it in here, but Tooth and Nail could have just shown up in this deck, and I could have put like 1 or 2 other scary creatures and had all that be lethal and stuff. But for the sagas we had, I liked all of them, I think. These were all excellent. Maybe these two on the slightly less exciting side, but not too bad. To be completely honest, I felt like there were plenty of games I had access to one of these. I mean, you can gamble, and if you discard it, then this just reanimates it. So there's actually plenty of opportunities. There were plenty of opportunities just with 5 sagas. The bottom line of text actually came up a fair amount. So you don't even need a bunch of sagas. And if that's the case, it's even more of a reason not to run anymore. Because most of the sagas are not good. That this can play, it's obviously stuck in red and green. This is why I have to stop streaming. It's because I just start losing my voice. I liked everything this was doing. I think maybe the Bristly Bill Roiling Earth thing, which came in and out repeatedly. They were in to start, and then I took them out, and I put them back in. They kind of get in the way for an early play. I'm not excited about playing this on turn 2. Not really even excited about playing it turn 3. So they kind of get in the way. They also really would like some kind of creature to target, and I don't actually have a lot of
creatures to put the counters on. Bristly Bill targets itself. This can target your commander. It can target like Llanowar Elves, and then suddenly Llanowar Elves is a scary threat. But Llanowar Elves doesn't need help being a scary threat, and it's just more powerful to tap. Like I think I've said this before as well. If Llanowar Elves is a 5/5 on turn 1, it is still better as a land. So like if it was, maybe it starts to change as a 7/7. But if Llanowar Elves was a 5/5, you would still almost always use it to tap for mana instead of swinging 5 times and killing your opponent. Because tapping for mana, having 2 lands, is so much better than swinging with a 5/5. Honestly, probably even a 6/6, right? So I think maybe about a 7/7 is where it starts to become, we can swing with Llanowar Elves instead of tapping it for mana, because it's just that egregious. So, with that being said, less options for this to actually target. I can't say I'm a big fan of it, having taken it in and out and in and out. Same with Bristly Bill. It's only 1 counter per landfall. Tifa doubles it, and so does Mossborn Hydra. This doesn't double until way later. It's certainly a threat, though, and I think it's viable enough to keep it in, at least. Maybe I should have just kept this and removed the Earth. This can put counters on other things, and then you can double those and whatnot, but still, it's not. This is not a Bristly Bill deck. Yeah, definitely more gooder than Rolling Earth. I liked Mystic's Mastery. I really liked Underworld Breach. I never cast this, I don't think. I did get the Dream scenario where I blew someone's face up with this. And I like how this is probably better than Banefire, just because you have access to a other side of it. Like, you can just reanimate your lands. That is quite massive. I still think expensive land reanimate is not worth it. So, like Lumra and that other thing that's at 6 mana, Green Warden or something. Just play Crucible. Monument never showed up, right? No, we had it 1 game, and our opponent cast Reanimate, and we happened to discard this, so nothing we did mattered. But Monument never really got to do much. I think that happened last time. I think actually every time I've played this, there's been 1 situation where it actually did something, but you do have to take at least half, probably more, a turn to put it in play, which, I'm not a fan of cards that don't do anything without help. It's not that great, like most of these cards just want you to play Magic in the form of play your land, right? Or ramp spells. Ramp spells combo with themselves. Literally. Into the North combos with itself. This does need my commander. So a little, or gamble, I guess. So a little bit iffy. Oh, it's also, I will say that, it's actually not probably the first 4 targets for gamble. That could be because what I chose to gamble for was something else, but it would make sense to me to gamble for something that is okay to get discarded a little bit more than just gamble for a card that if you lose it, you're like, oh, well, rip. So, I don't know. But there were certainly some scenarios where I probably could have gambled for this and didn't, but I couldn't tell you what I gambled for instead. I don't remember. The green doesn't need much explanation. You're definitely not the kind of deck that wants to play, like, beatdown. Mossborn Hydra and Tifa beat your opponent to death, but they only did that because you played a billion lands, which your opponent's going to struggle with if they answered your Mossbound beatdown thing. So I don't look at these cards as like, it's like a green Banefire that can be countered by removal. That's kind of what these are. Oh, I keep looking at that. Do I keep looking at this? I don't know why. It's kind of just a green Banefire where you play it and it can just kill them, so they have to stop it. But we're not complementing it with other creatures that also swing, right? Same with Craterhoof. It's a beatdown win, but it won with Llanowar Elves. It didn't win with my, like, 5 mana Elder Gargaroth in my Ashaya, in my that ape, and something else like Primeval Titans in play. Or no, it's just you play it, and all the other chaff that you had that was letting you outvalue your opponent mana-wise, that's what these are. So it's kind of like a top-end payoff. Explosive, out-of-nowhere win. It's not really a, you know... it would be a beatdown thing if I had like 55 other cards that swing next to it, in my opinion. I know Tifa itself, when you play it as a commander, kind of feels like a beatdown strategy, but all you're really doing is trying to play 5 lands in the same turn and win. So, like, a Tifa just lets those lands win as opposed to you've done 27,000 damage. But it has enough protection spells where it's in that weird zone for me. So, what else? I think that's about it. This is a cool deck. It's a very cool deck. I have not seen anyone play it. I've seen a single player play this commander, but they did not do this. They played a ton. I think they played every single mana dork you can on 2. And they only found like 1 or 2 sagas that they milled. And then they didn't do anything. So, this is definitely not that. You could probably put more mana. In fact, the cards I'm taking out will probably be replaced with more land-based ramp. This is a very powerful strategy when you go from 1 to 3, right? Historic is not very friendly to your slow, grindy 6-drops. And I think we did a very good job at dodging, putting all those slow, grindy cards in the deck. This is... I mean, you could easily play this deck without any sagas. I'll say that. You could play this without any sagas. But, might as well have some. Like, you're probably always playing Fable, no matter what, anyways. Summon Titan is cool. It's pushing it for me, in terms of, like, land reanimate stuff. But I can recur it, and I can also just pitch it early, if I can't cast it to my commander. So, I think it's okay. But it is at 5 mana. Same with Escape the Wilds. I don't really like Escape when you have 5 mana and you cast it. It's like, you exile some stuff, and maybe next turn, you know, if there's a land in the pile, which there probably is, it's nice. You get an extra land for the turn. So, I could be overthinking it. But you don't need this card, I don't think. I don't think you need this card. It's cool. I'm a fan of it, but it is definitely on the slower end of things. It has a chance of screwing you over. You can accidentally exile some crucial stuff, like Craterhoof, and then you can't cast it. Feels really, or even this, if that's something you want for the game. It feels worse to lose Craterhoof than this, for sure, though. There's definitely a card that sort of circumvents the exile risk that you could play that's similar. But I wasn't disappointed with this card. Spelunking actually won us a game, I think. I think Spelunking with Scapeshift and then World Souls Rage won us a game through Mythweaver Pock making a bajillion zillion lands. But, yeah, if you see green decks explode with mana and take a 20-minute turn, and it's not that kind of deck that cares all in on that kind of thing, like let's say you're playing against Tatyova, they have, I don't know, what is it? Tireless Provisioner. They just have that, and then they just do 15 things, and you're just staring at your opponent, and they're playing a million lands, just going crazy with green cards and not really other colored cards. That is what this deck is, but it's dialed up to 11, and I kind of like it. If you're all in on that kind of landfall, mana ramp, explosion stuff, this is definitely the commander I would do it with. But there is the counter argument that other commanders that have that opportunity but not dialed up to 11, you know, it's just at the natural setting of like 8 or whatever, has a far better other thing it's doing, right? Like Tatyova, again, has Mana Drain and Counter Spells and Wash Away and Brainstorm, River's Rebuke, Cyclonic Rift, you know the spiel. It has access to that stuff. It has fetch lands, and it has kind of the same thing we're doing, except at 5 mana, you don't have to discard, you just draw, and you don't go down a card. Usually, the card draw side of Tatyova isn't the biggest deal, because when they draw, if it was a draw discard like this was, they probably wouldn't really care. They don't need critical mass, they just need to draw like the one explosive card, and the rest are like whatever. So if Tatyova was a looting kind of thing, it wouldn't fundamentally change it too much. So you do have the pseudo benefit, kind of having Tatyova in red and green, right? Because you don't care too much about really discarding anything, and if you don't want to discard anything, then congratulations, your hand is excellent. Now, you would obviously want to draw if you didn't want to discard, but at 2 mana, I think that is well worth the payoff. Now, if it was blue-green, we'd be happier, but maybe the community would be happier. I like the red-green go wild storm nonsense. And when you do discard, you get access to Underworld Breach, Mrs. Mastery, Flashback, Reanimate land stuff. I'm just a fan of this. I think there's a little bit more tweaking to be done, but as it stood, I liked it. There's only like 7 to 8-ish highly consistent commanders you should expect to play against in Historic right now, which is unfortunate. But if you assess, like, you know, the VVs, the Yunas, the Eurekos, the Ujin is still around, the other 2 or 3 we see all day that I can't think of off the top of my head. You have to take those in mind. And there are a fair amount of those that actually don't kill this right away, or if they do, you're not upset, which is a massive boon to any commander if it dies the first time and that you can keep playing the game. that is a huge boon, and this is definitely one of those commanders. It could actually die like twice, 3 times. You're like, all right. Sometimes you're just done with it and it doesn't matter anymore. So that's another massive benefit to this. This is a really cool commander. Very interesting design space. Deck space, I should say. But that's it. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.